I'm just setting up the live connection to YouTube so that is good. I'm going to start this setup. Oh, excellent. Yes, I think we are live on YouTube now. So, I'm going to copy this and put on Facebook. Okay, all right, so I think I'll come back here. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna get you guys started now. Just give me, let me get that ready.
So how does it work during the game? I just read that Positional Genius, you have left the chat room. So you're only there if you decide to go there, right? There's no distractions during the game. Sorry, I haven't used chess.com so much.
Yeah, I won't type anything, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so are you guys ready? I'm gonna go start the game now. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, all
Good
right.
luck.
Yeah, good game.
Okay, so you guys are ready to go? Okay, best of luck. Okay,
Yeah,
that was an interesting game.
I guess.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. All right. So Eugene, what happened? Did he just lose on time, or it was a
No,
lost position for you?
it was bad. Like, I think it was mate anyways because
If
I
knight
couldn't
takes
move
c2, I have a mate in 2. So
Yeah.
rook takes g2 and then knight f2 check. So yeah, so there's nothing to do here.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and we can analyze from beginning. I think I can go back from here. So I'm just gonna
So
walk through the games.
yeah.
You guys can tell me when to stop.
okay. So I decided to play d4 and
Okay, so you are just doing the Zoom, Ken, and we are just talking about the game, or?
That's right. Yeah.
should I share my screen or pick for the board?
Oh, you want to share your screen? Okay. Okay, I think that may
'Cause-
be better actually. Hold on, let me stop share. Then you can share your screen.
Or one of us can like just so we
Yeah,
can see the
you
board.
can move the pieces around, and we can.
Okay.
I can
So
just
let me make sure you can share your screen. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, queen takes b3 and bishop c2. You probably
Okay,
missed
Eugene,
that,
you can
right?
go ahead and share your screen, and you guys
Yeah,
can.
I missed bishop c2. I should have played so I just played d4 and I think this is still okay. I think knight h4 is still
It's a main
theory.
move.
Yeah. And
I play this with white, and I think this bishop e4 is a tricky line. So I thought, why not try it with
okay.
black?
I don't really remember the move. Is it queen b3 or because I'm pretty sure it's not f3, right?
F3, and then you can take on g6 later. And then the question is a little bit if f3 really an advantage for white, because there's a weakness of the g3 square if I play queen c7 later. So
if I played f3, you would move it back?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I should have just played that because I thought it was queen b3 first for some reason. Like
There are some tricks with black here, like knight somewhere, but it doesn't really work for black. I mean, it's slightly better for white. So.
yeah, that's it. I don't know. I haven't actually played this line like in an actual tournament game, so like I thought should have tried something else maybe. But so I played queen b3, queen b6, and then I should have played c5 here. I guess.
Then I
you
have
would
this option of dropping back.
Oh, you would play queen c7?
Yeah, you can do that because then maybe break up with b6, and then the queen on b3 makes it impossible for you to play b4. So that's an option. If I take on b3, I think you will follow up with b4, b5. I don't think I can stop that. So you might get into, yeah, how am I going to stop b4, b5 now? I don't really like this for black.
Yeah, I guess you can't do it in time.
Unless there's something concrete with bishop c2 threatening to trap, but knight can jump back to f3. So that's not really.
Yeah.
No, I like this for white.
So I should have played c5 first because then my knight can still go here.
Yeah, and then when I play with b6, you would have to take it then. So that's the disadvantage of queen b3. In those positions. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought if you dropped back, I could play f3 then.
Okay, and then let's say bishop g6.
Yeah, then I guess I would take and then play like it's kind of shaky actually. You're gonna play b6.
This is kind of like a good version for me because we can get this queen b3, queen b6, but where you haven't played c5 yet, we can get these kinds of positions. Now you committed yourself to c5, I think.
Okay, then I think queen b3 is definitely not the move. I think f3 is the main move then.
Yeah.
All the way back here.
Yeah, I played these positions with white. The problem is a little bit, you're trying to control the game with white. You have the bishops and the long-term perspectives, but black has all kinds of tricks and solid positions. So I actually had a few games with white where it went wrong. You know, you're trying too hard to control the position. Suddenly
Wait,
black.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's kind of okay. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, I was trying to get the bishop here.
Yeah. So that's the idea. Yeah.
And then after, or actually, I think I just closed it. Okay, so after here, I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe take on b6 and play f3 to at least get the bishop pair, and then take it from there. But after a takes b6, I think black is fine with open a file.
Yeah, I didn't want to open the a file, like
instead of f3, then take on b6 first. But that has to be okay for black. Black is super solid, and now I can even take on c4 and play b5, stuff like that. Yeah, so bishop g6 now.
Oh.
But maybe I should have waited one move on b3 because you have bishop d3. Just play knight d7 first. I wasn't sure.
Like later?
Yeah, like in the game. But at that point, it's already good for me, I guess, after taking bishop c2.
Yeah, bishop c2. Now you threaten g5 too, so like kind of have to play f4. And then I expected this, but I think this is worse. Bishop b4 is correct, I think. Because
yeah, then you play c5. I think you have some compensation because my bishop on b3 is kind of trapped. I would probably have to go to c4 and then you might even win this pawn back on c4.
Yeah, so I thought it was still okay here, but then you play bishop b4 and then it was hard.
Yeah, my thinking was even if I don't win the pawn here, bishop e4 is quite a normal move to gain control over e4 when white has played f4. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I can't save it, so I just played like I just played c5.
Yeah.
And bishop b3, and then you play knight e4. So probably I should have played bishop b2.
Yeah, then my point was then you cannot get the knight back to d2. So I would have played bishop takes c3 here.
And it's kind of similar to the game. Or actually, I can get rid of this bishop. So this is probably better, actually.
Bishop. Oh, yeah. Okay, now you can take here, but still bishop c4, I guess.
Bishop c4. Okay. But now I can take and then rook a4.
Yeah. I wasn't too worried about that.
But then I get the pawn back, or?
Sure, that's true. Yeah, maybe. I still have a good position, but I don't have the pawn. So that might be true. I don't have to play bishop c5 yet. c4, sorry. If you play bishop takes there, maybe just knight d7.
Knight d7. Then
I don't know. Do I have something better than this? I mean, it's still, you still have to win the pawn back, and I have good pieces, so I'm not too worried. But I don't know if I have something better.
Yeah, you might have something better. Like in the game, it was worse. It was like a worse version because like my bishop was not even getting to c3. So like
Yeah, and I could exchange those light squared bishops.
yeah, and then my bishop was pretty bad on b2.
Yeah,
Okay,
you could have gone for b7 instead of bishop b2 there, but trying to activate the rook. But I was just going to give it up and then run with my a pawn. That was kind of my plan.
yeah, I thought if I played rook b1, then you take, rook takes, and then you could always drop back the knight, and then you have like these two pawns. Just
yeah, I was even thinking about just running with the a pawn because I get as far as a4, and then just I can always take on c3.
yeah. Then,
so instead of taking on c3, just run with the a pawn, or
oh, here, okay.
I was thinking about that.
Rook takes, bishop a3, and then yeah, you would just take now.
Not sure. No. I'm not sure if this is correct. Maybe take on c3 first and then bring the knight back. Maybe you're right.
Or actually, you can't even play a3 yet, so
But it's not so easy for me to get. Well, I could castle and play, but you are a little bit active here. If bishop a3 is correct, right? Oh, then knight takes c3, knight b5. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's definitely lost. Maybe f5 or some counterplay.
f5 will probably castle, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Okay, not quite sure like about that, but so here I was actually gonna play rook a6,
Yeah,
but
then
then
knight b8.
knight b8,
Yeah.
and then like I was like maybe I can draw this, but maybe not. Like if I get my bishop here.
Yeah, I guess I can play on the other side then.
Yeah, that's
Right
what I
now
thought
it's
you would
just
play on the other side.
I just have to develop first here. Maybe just castle here. Put the king in the middle. Not sure. Just probably. Yeah, that's a tough decision. Over here, I'm just going to play a6 and maybe make the rook out. Leave the knight on b8.
Yeah, I thought you were just gonna bring your king maybe here, protect a6, and then you can use your rooks like on that side.
But the question is, if maybe I can just leave the knight on b8, play a6, rook a7, bring it over. So maybe just castling now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I can use my rook on the f file later. Probably going to play f6 when you play knight f3.
Yeah, it's like pretty bad way. So I just took because I thought didn't really have a choice, and I play f5, and I didn't see rook e8. Like I just thought I don't know, like if you were trying to play something like knight d5, well, if you play knight d5, then I can just take c6, right? So
yeah.
if you play like, what was the move I was considering? If you play rook c8 first, then
That was my other move I was considering.
I can take and play knight f3. I think I have some counterplay like here.
Yeah, my idea with rook c8 would then be to push c5 and then get my rook behind the c4 pawn instead of knight d5. So the idea would leave the knight there and then make sure c5.
c5. Okay.
But it's not so easy because
Not so clear. Rook c1
there might be a weakness on e6 here. So I think rook e8 is more dynamic, more just keep everything solid and play for activity. I was also considering g5 here, but I thought I would just help your knight back. So if I play g5 here, I thought you would just play knight f3, and then
yeah, I can play knight f3, and then if you
take the pawn knight e5. Yeah, and then I have to protect f5, and you're very active. So I did consider knight d6 for a moment. Then you also have bishop a3. So it's not what I want. I just want to play against this bishop on b2 and get my pieces out and be solid. So e3 is what I want to get at.
So I thought if I start with rook a1, then you can just take and then play g6. So right?
Yeah, maybe.
Because you can't defend this. So I'll just take. So.
Yeah. So I was ready. I don't want to protect that a7 pawn. But it makes sense for you to wait because c6 is hanging too. Let's see. Taking g6. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, taking g6. Taking g6. Knight h4.
Knight g3 looks ugly, but it does get this knight on e4 away.
Oh, true. I didn't really consider that because. Yeah, probably.
You have some pressure over here, but. I mean, I would probably take on g3, play knight d5, maybe.
Okay, then.
Then you take on c6.
Yeah.
Maybe not so clear.
Oh, take on. Okay, yeah. Then you have to wait until I take on a7.
Yeah, but you are going to wait too. So because if I take on e3, you take on b6.
Okay.
So maybe it's just time for me to play something like rook b8, and then keep both rooks on the board and then try to attack and then try to show something against them.
If I just play like bishop a3, and then you want to take this, right?
Yeah, on knight d5, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, maybe just take it on e3. Yeah, you do have a lot of weaknesses here. c3 and g3.
I thought maybe I had some counterplay like here, but
rook e8 maybe.
rook takes c3.
Or knight d5. Rook takes c3. So with g6 played, I guess I have to be a little bit worried about back rank issues.
Yeah, at least my bishop's active here, and like this is definitely better than what happened because I just didn't consider knight g3.
Maybe rook c2, knight d5. Try to get the knight to e3, but and play with my c pawn here. But I mean, you have a certain amount of counterplay here. You have the d pawn, d4 pawn 2, and the bishop is come a little bit alive. Where does all this come from? That was you playing
rook a1 first instead of taking. So okay. I took here. Yeah. And then you had knight d5, and then
there was looking good for black, right?
Yeah. And then, so
I think g6 is a good move.
Yeah,
you just need to keep this knight under control.
Because what? Yeah, I'm turning to mate, so g6. And f6 is good too. I thought like you were gonna take here, but then maybe I have like
knight jumping in, maybe. Or maybe then f6.
Then if rook f6.
Okay.
So, well, then I would have to go back, but f6.
Yeah, maybe I can take it immediately, but well, I liked f6 because I mean you can't protect the pawn. So.
Okay. So 95 f6, but maybe bishop c1.
Yeah. Maybe. Now you want a bishop to h6. Yeah, this is kind of unnecessary. I could just so I just played f6 in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when you can get your knight in, I'm not so afraid of all these checks. So.
Yeah, so if I play here, then just take this one. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of mating threats here against the white king with my rook and 2 knights. So.
Yeah. Like.
My first idea was maybe to play 97, but maybe then you can simplify actually.
Yeah, I think 97. Then I just win the
c4.
I just win the pawn back. Like this.
Yeah, and I can't play knight e2 and a c3 because you
whoops.
take my knight and then c2 you have knight b3. So that doesn't work.
Like here?
Yeah. and take and then the knight b3. So that doesn't work. So when you win back the c4 pawn, you're probably fine there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be consequent and play against that bishop. So that's what I wanted all the time. So.
And if you played like this, then I would have just checked.
Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous to run out there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Yeah, I think this doesn't do anything because you just.
I just run over. No, king c8.
King c8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually thought I could play knight d2 here. Like, I thought I could play bishop c1, but I can't because of knight e2. And then I thought I could play knight d2, but I can't because of this.
Check. Yeah.
Okay. So I can't move. I can't do anything. Like, I just thought I could win the c4 pawn, but I can't. But then, yeah, knight e4.
There's still checkmates on e1, so looming. Yeah. Are you forced to try to defend now? I guess you are.
Yeah, and like it would be nice, or actually it wouldn't even matter. It would be nice if I had this. But you can just go up because your knight covers that.
Yeah, I can also go to c8, I think. But I think I would have gone to e6.
Well, if you go c8, then I just keep checking, or.
Yeah, king b7.
Oh, and then I don't have checks anymore. Okay.
Yeah. King e6 looks nice in the middle there.
Like, if I play rook c1, then just rook d3, or rook b3. And
I was thinking about rook. Yeah. Of course, you can play knight e1, d1, and then bishop a3. So I wasn't quite sure because I don't want to exchange rooks.
Okay, and then
well, my c2 pawn is attacked. Okay. That was clever.
So pretty much like you're threatening this, right?
Or knight d3.
Yeah, or knight d3. Yeah.
Yeah. The knight is pinned and the king cannot move, really. Okay, so that probably works. I also had another idea. I couldn't quite calculate it. Let's see.
Like one?
Like knight c3 here.
With this one?
Yeah.
Which should I just take, or?
It wasn't in this position, sorry. It must have been rook e2 first then.
Oh, I didn't play rooks.
Oh, you
I
didn't
played
play
knight
rooks?
e1. I didn't play rooks e1. I played knight e1.
Okay, so it's later what I thought about. Okay. So we have a chat message here. Let's see. Okay, that is Ken telling people that if they have questions, they can just raise their hand or give a comment in the chat. So you're welcome to do that. What was the idea? I had the idea with, let's see. I think it was a line where, let's say you move the bishop back and then I had knight c3 and then I had this, no, it doesn't, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I just can't really do anything here. Because knight takes and rook g2. And
yeah. Check here.
So, like, in the opening, it already went wrong for me. So,
Yeah, I think
I should have looked at this line.
Well, you can know everything, right? No, it's a tricky line. I don't know. So black has to give up that bishop, but then after bishop g6, the pawn structure is extremely solid, and black gets the open h file. So it's very hard to prove the advantage of the bishop here in those positions. So.
All right. So Eugene, you think you lost because of the opening preparation that you didn't have for this?
Yeah, I looked at like e4. Like at first I was playing e4, but then I just thought like you would play e5 probably, so I just played d4, and then I hadn't played this line before, like in a real game. But like I kind of knew it, but well, clearly here I forgot it. So yeah.
Well, I hadn't played it before with black, so but I just I played it so many times with white. I kind of know all the problems, so I thought, why not try it?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So
it's an interesting game it usually leads to very rich positions.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This was very good.
Okay.
Good that you shared your thoughts. All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. And we start round 3 of our tournament and at 6 o'clock shortly.
All right. Good game. And
okay.
I'll see you around.
Okay then. All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.